So the question today is, what's better, old school tech or new comfort? I got a really interesting comparison coming up for you, and we're gonna get started on these two trucks right now. Hey, it's Tim Esterdahl, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. If your passion is trucks and SUVs like it is mine, hit subscribe below, hit bell notification to be notified new videos put out. By the luck of the draw, I have two different trucks for you, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a comparison. I know these aren't totally comparable trucks, and we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to explain this because keyboard warriors are going to start, oh, truck. So here's the deal. There's two press fleets in Denver to deliver me vehicles. I don't set up when the vehicles come. I can kind of play the game a little bit, but they deliver what they're going to get. And I happen to get two trucks this week. I have a 2019 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, and I have a 2019 Ford F150 Limited. Now, these aren't quite comparable. This is an off-road beast. This is the old school tech, 5.7 liter V8. It's going to be naturally aspirated. I got rigid LED lights. I got off-road tires. I got a whole off-road setup. So it's not quite comparable to the pretty nice and luxurious 2019 F150 Limited. That bad boy is $60,000. This bad boy is $75,000. So not quite comparable there even in pricing. But what the heck, it's what I got, folks. So this is the 2019 F150. It's got the 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 in it. It is the high output. It's the Raptor engine. The limited customers asked for it. It's got quite a bit of horsepower and torque. I'll put those numbers below for both of them. And I got just tons of nice chrome. I got nice limited lettering here. I got seats that, man, take a nap in. They're so nice and comfortable. I got running boards coming down, so I have two totally different trucks for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some off-roading with both of these. And I'm going to talk to you about towing. I don't need to do any towing. I've done towing with both of them. I'm just going to give you the idea what that's going to be. I'm going to talk to you about interiors, and I'm going to talk to you about some practical things. And then, I know you love it, I got a whole list of Timisms. These are things that, well, they're kind of weird, and they kind of drive me nuts. And so let's go ahead and get started. I'll start with the Tundra, and we'll go ahead and do a walk around, and I'll do it with the F-150, and yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on. So sit back, pop a top, pour a little Crown in your coffee, whatever you want to do. We got a really cool video coming, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's start with this TRD Pro Tundra. So this is the base Tundra with a bunch of goodies. So the goodies would be the rigid LED lights there for fog lamps. We have the, always fun to discuss, double hood. This it's supposed to be an air intake, but it's non-functional scoop is what I should say. We have the Toyota badge in the front, just kind of spelled out. It's really a big looking truck, especially from the side. We have on the sides, this has got the factory lift kit. We have different shocks, either Fox, I will put the information down below. We have the blacked out badging, so we have the Stormtrooper look, right? So we have the white, we have the blacked out badging, blacked out door handles, come around the side. We have TRD Pro stamped into the side of the bed. Again, the same Michelin off-road LTX 8 all-terrain tires. They have 18-inch tires. This is a TRD Pro exhaust. I will fire it up for you and talk to you more about that. We have the Tundra stamped into the bed just like the side panel, right? So same idea. Blacked out again, blacked out again. Now what's cool here, and let me explain this, a cool feature they have three-piece three-piece bumper. So if you damage one piece like this, you back into a whatever, you can replace this at one piece. It came from the head engineer who's got a farm, and the kids he hired kept damaging bumpers, so he got a three-piece bumper built. It was pretty handy. So we come back here, and we have a dampened tailgate. I said in the Ranger video, people gave me crap about that. It does make a difference. I just have a big floor mat in here. I got a couple tow hooks down below, or anchor points, and these move on the rail to go back and forth, and you can change where you're going to put the tie-down spots at. So I have tie-down up top, and I have the tie-down spots down below. And then that is for wiring, if you want to run wiring from the cab back. So go ahead, close that. Come around the side. Again, the same. Looks the same. I have the cavern of a back end. If you've ever had a Tundra, you know this is like cavernous back here. I've ever been in one. I have good spots for drinks. Just a nice red trim here. Good sturdy handles. And then these pop up, and you have some. You really don't have any storage back here, but you have a bigger area to shove your stuff back in. Go ahead and put that down. And so both sides open up. I do have a grab handle there as well. Okay, coming around the front here, I gave my wife permission to drive. She signed a loan agreement and everything, so the seat is a little more forward. So we'll go ahead and move that back a little bit. And again, the doors are the same. I should say powered seats, powered lumbar. And I got the, yep. Sorry, I just want to double check that. And yeah, that's powered lumbar. Sometimes you say stuff and you go, wait, did I mean to say that? Yes, I did. Mirrors, we have some lights. The rear, this is for the rear window. Yeah, that goes all the way down, which I will tell you as a former Tundra owner myself, that's pretty damn nice, especially during the summer. You get a good airflow. So I'll hop in here, and again with the lift and no grab handle, it's a bit of an issue hopping in. Let me go ahead and fire this up. I do have a key. We'll turn that over. Fires up, and we'll get the cool little Tundra screen going on. It's telling me it's a cold day in Nebraska, or Wyoming, actually. I'm in Wyoming. And there's your tack screen, or your gauges. There's my controls, adaptive cruise control, lane departure, different modes for the radio. This is my radio setup. It's pretty quick to go through kind of where you flip through the stuff. It's an in-tune system. And we have over here, we have big dials, huge dials for the heating and cooling. I have my four-wheel drive button here, or switch. I do have my shifter. This is a TRD Pro exclusive shifter, and I have a gated shifter. So you can come down into drive, and then you can go over and you can select your gears. 2 water holders, plus this is always kind of a weird spot there too. I'm not sure, another water holder, whatever you're going to have there. And a slot for some things like my wife's sunglasses fit nice in there. TRD Pro there, and a huge console. And then I finally have the TRD stitching on the seats. So that is the interior of the Toyota Tundra, and this is $62,000 or $61,000, something like that. $60,000. Let's just say it like that. Over $60,000. So let's go ahead and hop in the Ford. Okay, so this is the 2019 Ford F-150. What's interesting here is it's all aluminum. That's steel. That's aluminum. This came out in 2015 as a aluminum model, and so this is one of the older trucks. Actually, if you were to argue, you'd say this one's the oldest truck, and this second oldest truck in the marketplace right now. So we have a big looking front end, but it's more stylish, right? So we have the chrome grille, and it looks just more stylish, limited on there. We have the chrome tow hooks in the front versus the black tow hooks over here. I got an air dampener down there, and I have no air dampener over there. So kind of differences there. Still got the fog lamps, still got LED lights there. And we have the big tires. These are going to be, as soon as I find, I think they're 22s, or 20s. No, they are 22s, R22s. So big tires, really clean sides. So I have the color capped mirrors. I have the chrome handles. F-150 limited, so you know you spent the money on it right there. And we'll kind of come around the side here, and same idea, big tires. Creates a nice profile though. I do like the profile line. We have the distinctive, Ford has done this for years. We have the drop down here, gives you a little more visibility inside the cabin as you're driving. Let me come around. We have backup sensors in that tail lamp. I have a dual exhaust. I have the big limited chrome badging on the back. I gotta have my EcoBoost sticker. Gotta have it. So then we drop that. Again, another dampened tailgate. Sorry, I've been working on this truck and working stuff, but again, we have another tie down on the bottom, and we have tie downs on the top, but I don't have a rail tie down, so those don't really move. So a little bit limited on tie downs back here, but I do have some nice lights in the back of the bed. Light that up, and this one comes with the step. So if you've never seen this step comes out, and then this goes like this and goes up, and the idea is foot grab, and you're in the bed. I'm the king of the world! All right, so that's how that goes. It's nice getting down, but step down. That is the bed. So we got the innovation of the step back there, easy enter, easy out. You do not have that in Tundra, and but I like the tie downs better in the Tundra than I do back here in this bed. Come on the side. We'll open this back. These are both crew cabs, and so I have some kid stuff back here. Excuse the kid stuff, but we have nice wood trim here, some chrome. We have the Ford handles. These are the ones that open like here. This does fold up, and one of the things I want to do is I'm going to show you. This is where it's nice. This is a flat floor. So if I take my kid's car seat and go flat, you can see how flat that floor is. That's really nice for hauling stuff, for putting stuff back here. I do have a bin back here. I have a snow scraper. Yeah, it's May in Wyoming, but you really don't know. We could still get winter back here. And so a lot of room back here. I do have a handle. I'll grab hold of and kind of walk in. Back here, I do have some USB hookups, power hookup, heated seats, all the good stuff. And I have some cup holders. The Tundra has a cigarette lighter. That's it back there. Both of them have rear seat vents. So, and then we have the panoramic moonroof. This, like I said, is full of features. Let me get up front and show you some more of what's going on up there. Okay, up front, we do have the, it's really kind of cool. You can put a code in here, and you can enter and exit the door. And then we have a button code, so if I have my key on me, I can press the button and it unlocks the doors. So just pretty user-friendly. We have limited on the door sill, and at night, this lights up. I have, the same kind of seat setup where I have powered seats. Same idea as the locks. I'm going to go ahead and close this door. Okay, so inside the cabin here. Again, these seats are, my goodness, they're like pillows. They really like pillows. I have a limited batch here. And then when I turn it over, I have a push button. Now, like I said, Toyota's got the key. This is push button. In 2020, I believe, the Tundra will have a push button in 2020. That's 2019. So this is 1919. And look at that. It's like luxury. It moves me forward, moves me into the seat. There's my screen. It always seems like it pops up towing for whatever reason. But if I were to go to, I have digital speedometer, tire pressure gauge, trip, fuel economy, fuel history. I do have auto start stop in here, which means that it'll turn the engine on and off when you're stopped. Sorry about that. So you can go down there and you can manually turn it on and turn it off. There's all the gauges. Good screen. This has got the sync system, and so I think I'm in love. All right, so phone, nav, apps, settings. I have a big knob here for both the volume and the tuning, and I have big knobs for the seats. I don't know, I'm doing heat seats on. I have a spot down here for a charger and a phone. I'll keep that crap out of the way. But I have USB right in there. A double drink holder. I have a little slot here again. I've noticed it works out pretty well for sunglasses. Kind of a nice sunglass spot. I have my shifter here. What's different about this versus the Tundra is this is not a gated shifter. So a lot of times I put it in manual mode accidentally. I have my parking assist. It actually will park itself, and for perpendicular parking. And I have lane departure. Yeah, it actually will. If you get in the spot, you press the button. All you got to do is follow the instructions it puts on the screen, and it'll park itself. Big limited badge here. Let you know you spent the money. And then we have a pretty good spot for center console. Oh, hit my camera there doing that. So coming around, you can definitely see where this interior is a lot nicer and a lot more modern than a Toyota interior. That's for sure. So let's go for a drive and I'll tell you more about these. Or excuse me. So let's go pop the hood and let's talk more about these engines. All right, I got the hoods popped. It's going to be a little loud. I'm going to talk a little louder and maybe you can hear me. Hopefully. Possibly. Let's do it. Okay, this is the beast, the 5.7 liter V8 I-forced engine from Toyota, naturally aspirated. It's a big, burly engine. It's been around for years, really reliable. So I have, what am I doing? I got some fillers up there. I got a fuse box here, battery. I have the windshield wiper fluid there. I have I can check the oil right here, and I have the radiator fluid over here. Now, as far as filling the oil, I have, power steering right there. I should have a spot nearby. I think it's over here. Yes, it's right here. Now, let's do something real fast. I am vertically challenged. So a lot of these videos I talk about being 5'7". Hey, I got my boots on today, maybe more like 5'8". I want to talk to you about checking this stuff. I can tell you I'm standing flat-footed and I can reach the oil. I can reach the dipstick. I think that's really important. I had a Silverado, I'll put a link to it above if I remember, a Silverado where I couldn't even reach that. I had to use a step ladder to check the oil, which is not okay. Let's go check out the Ford. Okay, this is a 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. It has been around for several years now. It's something that Ford really spends a lot of time and energy on, and for good reason. It's fun to drive, it's quick off the line, and fuel economy is pretty good. I'm getting about 20 miles per gallon so far on the screen. The Tundra should be rated about 14, 15, so it's quite a bit less fuel economy. But I'll look at my real world here in a minute. So I have windshield wiper fluid. I can get there, fill that. I have the radiator fluid. I have battery. Let's see where the dipstick is. I'll come around over here. I have a huge air filter here that I can't really even get around. Oh, look at that. Dipstick is down there, and the oil fill is down there. So remember I told you about a Silverado, I had to get a step stool to check the oil? Same deal. I can't reach it. I am like on my tippy toes, and I can't even come close. Let's see how I get this camera down there. I can't really show the camera. Oh, there we go. I'm still a finger short. So again, why? Why not make it as easy as Tundra? Tundra's got twice the engine as far as cubic inches, liters, I should say liters, 5.7 versus 3.5, and I can reach the dipstick over there, but not over here. Why? Why not make it easier to get to? And this huge air filter going right through here, the air going in, boy, that just blocks everything. So, I don't know. For me, Practical Tim, that's what I do, I think that's a fail. I think that should be definitely easier to get to, easier to fill. I don't know about you, but I'm not carrying a ladder when I go to check the oil in my truck. And I like checking the oil in my truck because that's really important. There's one more thing about these trucks that I want to talk about. And there's been a lot of controversy about this online and my colleagues. To me, it's the sound. There's a lot of conversation about electric trucks, how great they are, how quiet they are. Blah. I want a truck that sounds good. So this TRD exhaust, I'm going to go ahead and hit the gas, let you hear that. And then I'll hit the EcoBoost and let you know how that sounds. And we'll talk more about that exhaust note, because I think there's a clear winner here. All right, inside the Tundra. Oh, it's got the big engine. I got to adjust here. My wife was driving, and we have different driving styles as far as how to sit in the truck. So the Tundra has been around since 2007. They went to the bigger size. You could argue the 13 model or the 14 model year was just basically a refresh and not second generation. The new one's coming out next year. It should be at the Chicago Auto Show in 2020. They will unveil the new Tundra. So, but before they do that, if you're shopping 1919, again, the Ford actually will be a new one next year as well. So both new trucks coming out. But this thing, I mean, I've overlanded with this thing. I've towed to Michigan with this thing. I've driven around town with this thing, and I can tell you several key things as far as insights that you need to know. Is that on the dirt, it's awesome. I mean, this is where it lives, right? This is what this truck was designed for. Really, I'm doing not a great comparison, because if I were to do that F150 Limited, I should do the 1794, which is the premium trim level of the Tundra. It's more of a comparison. Or I should do the FX4 with the Ford. But regardless, this is a great off-road truck. This is where it shines. It's got the big off-road tires. It's got the great suspension, and it's got the great naturally aspirated 5.7 liter V8. I believe it's 381 horsepower and 401 foot-pounds of torque. I could be wrong, but I think I'm spot on. This is where you want to have fun with this thing. It's got the lift on it. You got plenty of ground clearance. it's just made for this kind of environment. And even though it's got the big gas engine, I will say the Ford's a little bit quicker, and you'll find that off-road when I do that video next. It's a little bit quicker off-road. This is a little bit more sluggish, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really find that problem at all. I mean, this has got plenty of low-end torque and plenty of power, and it just sounds great, right? I mean, that's the coolest thing about this is the sound. That TRD exhaust is just a beast of a sound. And when we get up here, we'll get up here on the dirt a little bit, and we'll go down that dirt road, and I'm going to drive over some pavement. So my B-roll may not match exactly, but you get the idea. So let's talk about towing, and I want to talk about towing with this and the other truck too when I do the other video. So I've towed with this quite a bit, and I have new trailer brake control now in this model year. It has a tow haul mode. So with the 5.7 liter V8, you're going to get a great towing experience. It doesn't have the same power band that the EcoBoost has. The EcoBoost has more power band throughout the... I had to explain this. It has more even power distribution as you're towing. And so you'll feel that you have lots of smooth towing power more in the EcoBoost. However, when you do drive and towing, and you're doing that big load, that turbocharged engine is going to suck down the fuel. That's what's going to happen. So it's kind of like throwing a gasoline can on top of a fire. You're just going to go through the fuel. So your fuel economy when you're towing will always be better in the Tundra versus the Ford. And it's just basically the turbocharged way turbocharged engines work. When you're putting that load on there, you're going to really get in the fuel. So, for example, with the Ford, I've found that in many cases I will get half the fuel economy. Wow, I just hit a bunch of water. Too bad I didn't get it on video. You'll find you get probably half the fuel economy. So if the EPA rating is, say, 20, you're probably going to get about 10. It's not going to be great. So if you're an occasional tower, yeah, that's probably would be fine. You can go with that route. If you're a heavy tower and you want to use a truck for towing quite a bit, naturally aspirated engine is where you want to be. Now, Ford does make the 5.0 liter Coyote engine, which that'd be something you can go with looking as well. Or you go Tundra, this 5.7 liter V8 was a good option as well. So fuel economy, it's always a question with Tundra. This engine is old. And the fuel economy isn't great. So, sorry, I have a 6-speed transmission here. I'm trying to talk and do this, and I got some major ruts. I don't think I'll go this way next time. Alright. Alright, so there we go. Fuel economy I'm getting today, current. I'm looking at trip. It says 11.2, which I've gotten way better than that in the past. So this gets... oh, man. This is supposed to be EPA 14 mile per gallon combined. I'm getting 11.2, but I've been driving it all over the place today, really spiritedly, because I like getting the gas in this. So it's crap fuel economy. That's the story. It's not going to be great. However, Toyota does fight back on that a little bit by saying that crew cab pickups, as far as V8 to V8, it's fairly similar. I don't know if I agree with that, but I have had the conversation with their engineers about that. And so it just does something needs to be done. I mean, this truck was built and designed years ago, and so, there's some problems with that. Now, I'm going to go over here and get on the oil. We call it the oil road. It's actually the paved road. Before I digress even more, oil road means they used to spray it down with oil and keep the dust down. And then they eventually turned to paving it. And what that means is for old timers out here, they still call it oil road. And, well, it kind of stuck with me. So, again, I'm on the dirt roads. This thing is a beast. It's awesome. Like I said, fuel economy is crappy. Again, they counter that by that size. And they also counter that with reliability. If you've been a fan of this channel, you know I just did another 1,000,000-mile Tundra, which hopefully I'll remember to link above. And that is a really reliable half-ton in the gas engine. Now, people say, where's Ford, where's Ram, where's Chevy on that? And I have seen 1,000,000-mile trucks in Ford, Ram, and Chevy, or Dodge Ram, whatever you want to say. I've seen those with diesel engines. I have not seen those with a half-ton gas. And that's one of the things with the EcoBoost engine, we'll talk about that as well, is that people wonder how long those turbos last, and they wonder how long until, or how much money it's going to take to replace those. So I know I've checked the pricing and it kind of varies, but I've heard anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 per turbo, and there's 2 turbos. So it's pretty expensive if one of those turbos fails. But you know, it could be $200,000, could be $400,000, could be $800,000. There's really no way to gauge that. It just depends on your luck and your driving style. So here I'm going to go turn on here and get on the paved road to oil road, and because I want to talk to you about this as well. And so on this road, this rides like a truck, and I mean that in that it rides like an old school truck. Again, I have big off-road tires, but I can tell you that the stock tires on the SR5, the Limited, and the 1794 ride about the same. It's just not great. It's just not a great riding pickup. I'll say this cabin's a bit louder than the Ford will be, and I would say that, you know, it just rides like a truck. So, and I'll tell you more about that while up in the Ford. So I'm going to go ahead and flip around, get back, grab the Ford, and stay tuned. I'm going to wrap things up. I promise. I'm going to stop talking soon. Hey, what about those Timisms right here? There's no handle. It's a pain in the butt to get out of this truck. You got to grab the steering wheel, which moves a little bit, and then you put the lift kit on it, and that's a long way down. All right, now with this Ford, I will do a little off-road driving and show you kind of a little comparison. I'm going to flip around. I'm going to take a long way. I don't get sucked down in those ruts. But this is not what it's made for. This is not what it's made for. The FX4 is better in this territory, in this area, and the Raptor is even better than that. And so you can feel, I mean, you can hear my voice, and it's going to throw me around a little bit, and you can hear the rattling of my voice as the shocks are trying to absorb the atmosphere or the road conditions, and so it's just not what it's made for. I will say it's interesting that the customers have wanted this 3.5 liter V6 high output in this. They just want the more power, which I don't know. I think in this setup, the 3.5 liter V6 not high output, the standard EcoBoost, was just fine. Fuel economy is always a question. We talked about that in the Tundra. At 11.4 Tundra, I'm averaging 17.4 in this Ford. Now, EPA is supposed to be a little higher than that, and I'll put that down below. Jesus Christ. So, I'm in the boost because we've been off-roading and having fun with it. And so, like I said, towing-wise, again, I'm going to go back to Tundra a little bit. Towing-wise, towing in this, you can still do it. It's fine. And if you want to watch towing videos, TFL Truck does a great job on YouTube. Watch those videos. I've towed with it in different situations, and I can tell you that towing, it's fine. It's got plenty of power. It's a smooth driving experience. I feel like I need more power, but the reality is I'm not used to how the turbos work, and it tows just fine. The fuel economy, though, is going to nosedive because you're in the turbos the entire time pulling that load. So if you're an occasional tower, man, this is fine. You know, you're going to get the fuel economy that's more than Tundra was going to offer. You have better get up and go, and you have better a better driving experience, in my opinion. It's more fun when you get off the line a little bit faster. Now, I mean, that's with my bed empty and with situations like that. I don't want to drive it with a bunch of stuff in my bed because, well, where's that stuff go? It's flying around. It's not okay. So we're going to go around here a little bit. But I will say that inside the cabin compared to the Tundra cabin, inside this cabin is just amazing. This is where you could spend all day, right? So, I mean, these seats are the most comfortable seats I've been in a long time for a truck. I love the design inside this cabin. It's a really great luxury look to it. I love the tech, and I got panoramic roof too, or that's back window, excuse me. Panoramic. I got so many things. I could press so many buttons, but I can open this whole panoramic roof up, and I have a sunroof there. It's gonna open. Come on. Close that, and then that's going up. It's going down, and then there's another button that takes all the way back. Oh, there it is. I have too many buttons. There's too much stuff going on in here. But I just like all the features. I like the big grab handle. I like how easy it is to get in and out of the cabin. Dirt roads, you can kind of feel a little bit. The camera's shaking a little bit. It's not going to give you the same smooth driving experience that the Tundra will give, but they're different tires. And this is fine. I'm doing 50 miles an hour on dirt road, and this is still a fine driving experience. So I have no issues there. And I like the radio setup. I like the it does have trailer backup control, if you don't, or just says you know what that is. You press that button in, and it turns the real way you want to turn. So if you ever backed up a trailer, everything's reversed, right? So if you want to turn right, you turn left. You want to turn left, you turn right. With the backup trailer assist, you just turn the direction you want to turn, and it changes the steering wheel up, so you can back up trailers a lot easier. It's handy if you don't back up trailers very often. I got that feature here. I have a trailer brake controller. I have auto 4-wheel drive, which will shift in 4-wheel drive if I lose traction. I got 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low. I have a rear locker. I can lock the rear differential, which the Tundra sorely needs. It's overrated a little bit. If you know how to drive, you don't need the rear locker, but it is really nice because it locks those wheels in so you have the same rotation for both back tires. And so it helps you pull yourself out of things. And it's a really nice feature to have. So I think I have a little bit more off-road cred, even though I'm not an FX4 package with that locker. Again, here we go on pavement. And I mean, this is where this thing really does well. So it does, it's fun off the line. It doesn't sound great, but it's fun off the line, right? And so I have a much smoother driving experience. The bumps are more muted. I got really comfortable seats. Again, these seats. I want to take these seats out and put them in my truck. I'm just going to go get a wrecked F150 Limited and take the seats and put them in my 62 because these seats I can live in all day long. And so it really does a better job of floating on the road. In my opinion, these are really bad roads, so it's hard to gauge. But on a highway where it's a smooth road highway, this will have a much better driving experience. And the last thing is I have all these cameras. I have front camera, I have a 360-degree camera, and so I can park much better with this thing. You do the parking Nazi thing where you try to get in the lines, you're looking at the camera so much. And so I like the features of this. It's got so much more to it. Now, yes, the Tundra is older and they just don't do as many features, even in the top trim levels, but this is just so much to it. Now, what's about a Timism? I'll show you right here. I have a cup of water, and I have 2 cup holders, and I got 2 behind here. Well, if I have a full passenger with the cabin, I have everybody in here, everybody's got a cup holder. These things don't fit in the door. I can't fit them anywhere in the door, and I'll show you here. I'll take some video here, and I'll show you, which is frustrating. So why would you design a door where I can't fit a cup in it? That's a Timism. I don't understand that one. It makes no sense to me. So let's get back to the house, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this long video. I understand it's long, but I'll give you my final thoughts coming up right now. Okay, I'm going to flip around here, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts before I get back to the farm, because there's a lot of activity going on. Anyways, my final thoughts are this, is that the Tundra and I'm going to talk 1794 Limited and the TRD Pro are reliable trucks. They're expensive trucks. They don't do many discounts in those babies. They suck down the fuel, but they're really good for towing, and they're really good for those who want an honest truck. I mean, an honest truck, not a lot of gadgets. It's going to run for a long time, and you're not going to be concerned about reliability. Tundra is known for reliability. So that's a great truck for that. For this Ford truck, it's a very comfortable truck. It's very roomy. It's very spacious. I got plenty of room. For the Ford truck, it's very comfortable, and it's a long-distance truck. I could drive this for hundreds of miles and be still comfortable. I got all these features. I have all the tech I want, and it's easy to use. I think that's the biggest thing. It's easy to get in and out. It's easy to use the bed. It's a very easy-to-use truck. I don't like the oil dipstick placement. I have some cons with that, and that kind of turns me off because it's an easy thing for engineers for me to fix. But overall, it's a nice, comfortable truck. I like the style of it. I like what they're doing as far as, yeah, it's expensive. You can get lots of different varieties, though. You can get so many different packages with Ford. You can basically build the truck with the specs you really want, and it just gives you more options. And I just enjoy that piece of it. I like building a truck that I want to use with the features I want to use and really cherry picking what I want. And Ford gives you that. Toyota doesn't really give you that. So if I were to say the winner of this comparison would be, well, that's not really fair. It's personal preference. For me, taking the Ford. I know. You send me the emails, tell me you hate all this kind of stuff. I will tell you a couple things and my buying reasons for that. Number one, I just don't tow that often. And when I do, it's short range, 30 miles, 60 miles, 80 miles. I'm not towing a lot. When I do tow a lot, I get my father-in-law's 3/4 ton. So we tow with that. So half-ton wise towing, this is fine. You know, I'll give up the fuel economy towing for the better fuel economy when I'm everyday driving. I like the cabins better in this. I think I can fold those seats up. I have a flat loading floor, which makes a big difference. I've hauled guns back there. I've hauled my construction kind of gear, my saws and such, and that flat loading floor is a big benefit. Again, the seats, and I just like all the features. And like I said, this is easy to drive. I think this is easy for my wife to drive as well, for her to get in and out and to use the truck on a daily basis. I like the cameras. I never want to be that guy who parks weird in the truck, so I like the cameras getting me in that right spot. And it has all the stuff that I'd want to have. Now, would I do the limited package? Maybe. I'm not a huge fan of some of the badging on the truck. But if I had to get the seats and I had to go limited, sure. But I'd hope I can order those elsewhere or get a low-grade truck and go to the parts department and buy these seats, because these seats are amazing. So those are my thoughts. I think everyday driving, I would have more use for this Ford. It would fit my lifestyle better. And the things I'm shopping for, reliability is on my list, but it's not the top piece. Again, Tundra is a solid truck, and it's a great off-road truck, and even the 1794 is a great interior, and it's more of an honest truck, so guys will get what they want. So again, it's going to come down to what your needs and wants are. For me, I enjoy driving this Ford around. So there you go. I hope you made it all the way through this. I realize it was long. I do apologize. But hey, that's my final thoughts. For more Pickup Truck Plus SUV news, find us on pickuptrucktalk.com. Also, 3 words there, Pickup Truck Talk. I can't do that way. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Find us on there. I do funny videos and funny memes all over that place, or memes or memes. I do funny stuff on there. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.